Yesterday I typed the end, I hit 50,000 words, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief in that order. Today is Honest Nano Talk Time, Part 2. Hey guys, I'm Kate, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 26 of NaNoWriMo. At the risk of sounding hypocritical because I just made a video about winning NaNoWriMo, I want to talk about kind of the psychology behind winning and losing NaNoWriMo, the words that we use and how we feel about the month when we win or when we lose. And I will talk a little bit at the end about why I decided to wait until I'd won, but for now I really want to talk about losing. Straight up, honest talk, it is hard when we put numbers to creative ventures. NaNoWriMo is supposed to be about the personal achievement of having written so many words in a month, about having fleshed out a story for the first time in however long. It's about building habits, it's about writing, it's about the love of being around other writers, it's about so many things. And yet, I don't know anyone who doesn't get sucked into the trap of seeing the 50,000 words and being like, that is the goal. It's not all these other amazing things, but because there's a number, because there's something slightly more concrete to attribute, we're like, well, I have to hit that. And if I don't hit that, then I am a failure. And what it should be, the understanding should be that you failed to hit the deadline. No, you did not write 50,000 words in a month. That is what you did not meet. That's it. You just didn't meet the 50,000. And yet, failing NaNoWriMo feels like you are a failure sometimes. You're not. You're definitely not. But I've done NaNoWriMo like 10 times, and I have won more than I've lost, but not by a lot. And even after having done it so many times, the pressure's there. Every single month, the pressure is there. And there's a lot of good things for having that kind of pressure. Tons of people wouldn't write if it weren't for NaNoWriMo. Tons of people wouldn't have completed first drafts if it weren't for NaNoWriMo. There's a bunch of people that you wouldn't have met if it weren't for NaNoWriMo. There's so many good things. This is not me ragging on NaNoWriMo at all. Look, you guys, I love NaNoWriMo, okay? You know I love NaNoWriMo, so that's not what this is. I think I'm just talking more about the human psyche a little bit, this idea of failing. I think it's easy for that failure to bleed over into how you feel about your project or how you feel about yourself as a person. Never minding that it could be your first time doing it, there's so many extra things going on in your life, you weren't in the right mindset to be able to complete something like this. There's so many things that not meeting a goal, we look inward a lot of the time, and that's good. There's a lot of self-evaluation that can be done. Nano's a great time to evaluate how you like to write or what you really enjoy. Tons of reasons, but thinking about it in terms of yourself being a failure, your project being a failure, all sorts of things is just, I see it every year. Every time. I felt it before too, and having done it so many times, I still don't manage to avoid the trap, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it until now. I didn't want to lose NaNoWriMo after having made a video like this. I didn't want to lose after talking about this and then been upset that I lost and been like, well, no, it's okay. All up in the feels today. It's one thing to know conceptually that you are not a failure and that if you don't complete the deadline, that doesn't reflect on the project or on you or anything like that, and yet that's how it feels. And the only thing that I can tell you is that it gets better with time. So I don't know that I have sage words of wisdom, except to say that if you're feeling like that, if you don't think you're gonna win NaNoWriMo this year, if you think you're going to fail it, if you're not gonna meet the 50,000 word deadline or whatever, that's okay. You're not alone and feeling kind of sucky about things. That's what I will say. You're not alone. And it's not wrong to feel that way, but it's definitely not right. Because you're not a failure, your project's not a failure if you didn't win NaNoWriMo. Like, that is not how this works. The other reason that I didn't want to talk about this until after I won is that because I'm a municipal liaison this year, because I'm one of the leaders of my region, they try and encourage you to win. Like, there's an extra bit of responsibility you feel to pass the 50,000 word mark. The people at NaNoWriMo HQ are really good about being kind to yourself and understanding that stuff happens, but it's still kind of understood that you're going to try your best to be a good example for how to win NaNoWriMo. And I think there's plenty of good examples in not winning but continuing to persevere until the end of NaNoWriMo is done, to continue writing each day even if you don't hit the 50,000. I think that's great. And yet I put an extra weight on my shoulders to try and be the best example that I could be for a lot of people in my region who are doing this for the very first time. And it's just, So I didn't want to talk about it. And I know that sounds a little bit hypocritical where I'm like, aha, it's okay to fail, but also I wasn't going to talk about it until I won. I want to be very transparent in saying that I understand that it sounds really weird, but I hope that the message isn't lost. I hope that I'm still able to communicate that it's okay to feel that way, but to not be too hard on yourself. That's really all I want to say throughout NaNoWriMo, throughout anything. Honestly, this is like my mantra, is be kind to others and be kind to yourself. And I think that's so important when you're doing creative ventures, when you're doing a crazy awesome goal like NaNoWriMo is. That's it for my spiel. But I do want to give you an update for me for the rest of the month. I have decided to more or less shelve my sci-fi project that I am working on, with the caveat being that I will work on this project at the right ends. I will continue to do short stories for world building and character building. I think I may just throw a wrench into the whole story just for fun and see what happens. Not an actual wrench. You guys know what I mean. I'm just gonna play with it. I'm really gonna mess around. I'm just gonna be the littlest bit ridiculous and just see what happens. But today, tomorrow, all of the days that I'm not at a write-in this coming week, I'm gonna start on my next project. I am so excited. There is nothing more fun than starting a new novel. I genuinely, it's the best feeling. Alright, that's it for this video. Please comment down below and let me know how you feel about winning or failing NaNoWriMo, and if you've had experience winning or failing, and if it's been different each year. Just let's have a discussion, because I know I'm not alone in feeling the bleed over from failing NaNoWriMo into feeling like I failed myself and failed the project, and I just want to have an open and honest discussion about that, and please just leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get back to my new project. I will see y'all tomorrow for day 27. Bye.